On her 38th birthday, Tasha Hill did something no one thought she could. She made the final payment on her home. No mortgage. No debt. Just keys, pride, and a quiet moment on a porch she owned. It wasn't luck. It was grit, sacrifice, and spreadsheets. Because before she was the budget queen, she was broke, stressed, and drowning in 5-figure credit card debt. Tasha Hill wasn't careless, just exhausted. A single mom of 2 in Dallas, she worked at a nonprofit that paid barely enough to live on. Rent, food, gas, school clothes, it all added up. There was always more month than money. At first, it was 1 credit card. Then 2. Then 4. What started as emergency use turned into survival. She put school supplies, groceries, car repairs, everything on credit. The balances grew quietly, then loudly. By the time she was 33, she owed $47,000 in credit card debt. She stopped answering calls from unknown numbers. She rotated payments like a shell game. 1 card to pay another. A balance transfer to buy time. But time didn't solve anything. When she checked her statements, she saw the interest, $311 last month. That was a car payment. Gone. Just for borrowing the money she didn't have. It wore her down. Not just financially. Emotionally. She stopped going out. Stopped picking up the phone when friends called. She didn't want to admit how bad it was. One night, she opened the fridge. It held half a gallon of milk, mustard, and 3 eggs. That was it. Her daughter asked if they could get waffles that weekend. Tasha smiled and said, "We'll see." That night, when the kids were asleep, she sat on the kitchen floor with a pile of bills around her. She added it all up. $47,000 in credit cards. $8,000 in medical bills. $2,300 in payday loans. $118,000 left on her mortgage. She had less than $40 in her checking account. Tasha cried for hours. Not the quiet, graceful kind. The ugly, gut-wrenching, snot-on-your-sleeve kind. The kind you feel in your bones. Then she stood up, opened her laptop, and started a blank spreadsheet. She titled it, "The Comeback Plan." She didn't know what to do first. But she knew what not to do. Keep pretending. Keep swiping. Keep saying yes when her life was screaming no. She wrote 3 words on a Post-it and stuck it to her bathroom mirror. No. More. Debt. The next morning, she sat her kids down. She didn't go into numbers, but she told them things would be different. "We're about to get really smart with our money," she said. "We're going to be a team." They nodded. Her son asked if they could still get pizza on Fridays. Tasha smiled. Homemade pizza. Even better. She dove headfirst into the world of personal finance. She watched YouTube videos while folding laundry. Listened to budgeting podcasts during her commute. Took notes. Made charts. She learned about zero-based budgeting, giving every dollar a job. She used a printable cash envelope system she found online. She started using cashback apps religiously. She called every creditor. Some lowered her interest rates. One even froze the account with a payment plan. The rest? She created a snowball list, smallest to largest. One by one, she'd take them down. She cut everything unnecessary: cable, streaming services, coffee runs. She sold her flat-screen TV, sold clothes, decluttered the garage, and made $300 in one weekend. That went straight to the smallest card. She picked up Saturday shifts cleaning local Airbnb properties. She brought her own supplies. Her feet ached, but she pocketed cash. She told no one outside her kids. Not yet. She needed to build proof, not seek praise. 6 months in, she made her first big victory. She paid off a $900 credit card. She celebrated with a homemade cake and a movie night with the kids. They didn't know what that card had cost her in sleepless nights, but they saw the pride in her eyes. She marked the milestone with red Sharpie on her fridge. Then she colored a section of her debt-free tracker, a free printable she'd found online. But setbacks came too. Her brakes failed. $760. Emergency. She cried in the bathroom stall at work when the mechanic gave her the estimate. She used her emergency fund. It hurt, but it worked. Her daughter's field trip needed $45. She didn't have it. She told her daughter the truth. They made a plan. Her daughter sold candy bars to friends and teachers and raised the money herself. That moment? Priceless. 18 months in, Tasha had paid off over $22,000 in debt. And then, unexpected magic. She posted a video on TikTok, "How I feed my family of 3 for $45 per week." She didn't expect it to take off. It hit 80,000 views in a day. Her inbox filled with questions. What app do you use? How do you budget? What's a sinking fund? She answered every message. Then she posted again. And again. People called her the budget queen. A local reporter said she launched a budgeting workshop over Zoom. 10 people signed up. Then 20. Then 70. She charged $10. It wasn't about the money. It was about the mission. By the time she paid off her last credit card, she turned her budgeting system into a small business: spreadsheets, templates, workshops. She built a $1,000 emergency fund. She upped her mortgage payments, $50 extra, then $200. Her side hustle brought in an extra $800 a month. She used every bonus, every refund, every dollar she didn't need to attack the mortgage. She made bi-weekly payments to cut the interest faster. She watched the principal fall like dominoes. She printed out a mortgage tracker and colored it in, box by box. Every filled square was a win. On her 38th birthday, she stood in line at the credit union holding a cashier's check. Her palms were sweaty. Her heart was racing. The teller looked at the amount. "You're paying off your home?" "Yes. All of it." The teller blinked. "Wow. Not many people can say that." Tasha smiled. "I worked hard for this." And she had. No windfall. No inheritance. Just a woman, 2 kids, and a spreadsheet. That night, she sat on the porch. No noise. No stress. Just peace. Her kids brought out cupcakes. They had a mini celebration. On the front door, she taped a handmade sign. Paid in full. It wasn't just about the money. It was about the freedom. Her daughter asked, "Does this mean we're rich now?" Tasha laughed. We're not rich in money, but we're rich in choices. And that was worth everything. Tasha didn't win the lottery. She didn't go viral and make millions. She didn't because real wealth isn't fast. It's intentional. And sometimes it looks like peanut butter sandwiches, meal plans, and saying no to brunch. She's still the budget queen. Only now, she's a queen who owns her castle.